Today we're going to see how we can take a handwritten document, send it through recognition, extract specific pieces of data, and then export that data. First thing we're going to do is open up our project setup station where I have the project ready to go. I'm going to make sure we're using a working batch, and this would be the point where you can envision scanning in a batch of documents. Today's example, I'm going to be using I-9s. So I'm going to load some images, and here are just a few. We're going to scan these in, and what separates these from some of the other ones is these are actually handwritten, so we're going to see how well it does at recognizing handwriting. It's going to take just a second to run through and process the different fields that I've specified. The way that this works is it's going to look for keywords like name, and then it knows to look for a region below or above, first name, last name, things like that. And as they recognize, you'll start seeing the confidence level, how confident it is with the data it pulled back. If there are any warnings, you'll see a yellow flag. That basically means the confidence level is below where we want it. If it's a red flag, then that means that there is an error of some kind that needs to be remedied before we can move on and export the document. So let's see how it did. This one, it said it's 100% confident that it got the right information. And here we can see line by line, Schrute is correct. I-9 is the type of document. Dwight came in, H, at 99 Beat Street, Scranton, PA 52577. Date of birth came in, and social security number came in as well down there. I would say it did a pretty good job. This one, it looks like it had a little bit more difficulty. So Halpert came in, it's an I-9, it got Jim correct. It didn't find a middle initial, and it seems to be that that's what confused it. So what's great about this is if you do have an issue, you can just tell it where it should have been looking. So I can just draw the box around the middle initial, the warning goes away. And then what we can do is it's going to run a training batch in the background, but you can also manually create a training batch for this. So that way it remembers next time it sees a document like this, look for the middle initial in this location. 643 Pierce Street Northeast, looks like that's correct. And the city is confused also. My guess is probably because it was looking here for the middle initial. So it can cause kind of a domino effect. But that's not a problem because we're just going to go in and draw a box around that. And you'll see that it reads the handwriting, no problem. Otherwise, state is good, zip code, date of birth. Date of birth, it wasn't very confident about this character right here, the 2. So we can go in and manually update that. Okay, so for whatever reason, it doesn't like this, so we're just going to leave it there. And the last piece is going to be Michael Scott. So we've got the I-9, Michael G. It looks like it wasn't confident if it was a G, but it is in fact a G, so we can just hit enter and tell it yes. And the rest of it came in perfectly. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it down. And I'm just going to select all and hit export. Now there are multiple ways that you can export your data. You can send it to a CSV or to an Excel doc, or in my case, what I'm going to do is actually export the documents with the metadata. And it's also going to create a training batch in the background, so that way next time it sees these documents, it'll be a little bit smarter. We can see that I just sent them to our Z temporary folder for now. If we open these up, we can see Dwight Schrute's I-9. It has the template I-9. Schrute, Dwight H, 99 Beat Street, Scranton, PA 52577, 3/1/1984. There was no phone number, so we didn't have that, and the SSN. And from here, of course, you can do everything you like with your redacting social security numbers, other things, and save it. We open this one, we can see the same thing. Jim Halberts came in, but he didn't have a middle initial, so it didn't bring that over. All of our information is correct there as well. So there you have it. That's how we can read handwriting documents. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks, everybody.